Welcome back, everybody. So the hustle and bustle of the holidays can bring unexpected medical concerns, including an increased risk for heart attack and stroke. Several studies have shown that the incidence of heart attack and stroke increase in both December and January, particularly on Christmas Day and then also New Year's Day. The last thing you want to hear right now, but we're here to help protect you. So joining me now to talk about this holiday heart, they call it, and the risks and what you can do to stay healthy is Dr. Claire Haga, a family medicine physician with Mayo Clinic. Thanks so much for coming in. I feel like this could actually start at Thanksgiving too, because you are, so much salt and everything, but that does kind of kick off the season, and then it's kind of weeks and weeks and weeks of bad choices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what contributes to that?
So I think there's a couple things. I think certainly the increased stress, so whether that's from shopping, traveling, extra parties and engagements that people have, probably poor choices.
Yeah.
So when we're choosing foods, tend to be a little bit higher in salt and fat than maybe our typical routines.
So is everyone at risk? I mean, if I'm generally healthy, I'm not as much at risk, but someone who may be on the cusp of having an issue may not even be aware of it yet. They could see some of these symptoms.
Certainly. And so if you have any pre-existing conditions, things like hypertension, if you've ever had a stroke or a heart attack, much higher risk. And then also as we tend to get older, that plays a different factor as well.
So some people who have no idea that they have a problem could experience what during the holidays, the symptoms wise?
Sure. So we do think about actually atrial fibrillation. So irregular heart rates is probably one of the big new factors that plays a role. So that can be symptoms of shortness of breath, heart racing, lightheadedness. Sometimes people just feel completely wiped out or drained.
That can affect people year round, right? As far as some people just kind of live with it.
So there's a couple different kinds. So
Right.
it can kind of be spontaneous where it comes on and off. There can be people that have it chronically, so that's their baseline rhythm. But we too also, similar with heart attack and stroke, see an increased incidence of these irregular rhythms also around the holidays.
Yeah.
And that's felt to be related to probably increased alcohol, again, the increased stress, salt, caffeine, another common cause as well.
Can this be triggered, from a weekend of indulgence, or is it progressive and it'll get worse over time?
So we do see a little bit higher incidence when there's increased indulgence, particular kind of binge episodes or things that are out of your typical behavior. So if you tend to be moderate in your salt intake or your alcohol intake, and then let's say you go to multiple parties or you do partake in a little bit more activities during a single party, that certainly would play a higher risk.
So moderation, really the
Absolutely.
key here.
Well, guys, as you can see, this holiday heart is real. So if you are celebrating, make sure that you do it responsibly. Thank you for watching. Continue to prepare. And as always, be blessed.